Welcome back to my podcast series, The Best Thing to Design is You. This episode is called Moving Forward, Not On. A good time to talk to your kids, especially teenagers, is in the car. Clearly, that is if you can get their headphones off, which does happen occasionally. And I'm absolutely sure we all take advantage of those little windows of opportunity when we can. And you know when they are. And you know what? It's even better after exercise. In the car, it's a lot less confrontational and they just seem to relax and open up. We talk in the car a lot, actually. But post-exercise, their endorphins are up, they feel pumped, and they're much happier to have a conversation with you. If you haven't noticed it, be on the lookout because it's worth a try. I mean, we've all had this experience at the dinner table where you try to have a conversation and you say something to the effect of, "How was your day today?" And you get, "Fine." "What did you learn at school?" "Nothing." Great. Much better in the car. Added benefit, post-physical activity. And I believe it's because obviously you're sitting side by side or they're sitting behind you. It's very different from being across the table from one another, which is really quite an adult way to have a conversation. So I'll tell you a story. One day after a gym session, when I said to my 12-year-old that I wanted to show him something, instead of getting a bit of kickback of, "What? I don't want to see anything. Oh my God, I just want to go home," I got, "Yeah, sure." Thinking, woo, I'm winning. We're in the car, endorphins up, the perfect scenario for amazing thoughts, as it turns out. So even when I announced that it was the sunset we were going to see, remember, it's a 12-year-old boy, it didn't seem to put him off. So we drove the 10 minutes, and during that incredibly valuable time, we talked. A lot can happen in 10 minutes with kids. I can't recall exactly how it came up, but I know he initiated the conversation, and I know what he said. He was in the back seat, I was in the front, and he says, out of the blue, "Mom, I don't like the idea of moving on." Now, feeling that he was probably thinking about our situation, having lost his father a few months before, I wanted to be very careful with how I responded. And I remember replying, "I don't either. I kind of think moving on means that you're forgetting the past or somehow dismissing it. But we do need to keep moving in our lives, don't we? We don't want to get stuck in the past. So while I don't like the idea of moving on, I like the idea of moving forward." I remember saying to him something to the effect, it means that we acknowledge the past, we know it's part of us, but we continue to grow. What do you think? And he agreed. As usual, our kids teach us everything. It was his concept, really, not mine. I just added to it. And I have to say that together we have moved forward ever since. And we both sort of agree that that's what we're doing. So I'd like to put it to you that we need to adapt our language a little bit. It seems so commonplace now when something awful happens, like a nasty breakup or the change of a job that you didn't want or something bad happens. People just say, "I'm moving on." Really decisively, "I'm moving on. I need to move on." Fair enough. I want you to get on with your life. We all should. Clinging to the past doesn't get anybody anywhere. But your past has made you who you are today. It matters. This is where your life lessons, your character, and your wisdom comes from. Whatever's happened to you has made you who you are today. So could I just encourage everybody to shift our language a bit? Instead of moving on in life, Let's all try moving forward. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want more information, please go to debrapascoe.com.